Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi, the stargazer and mystic of the universe. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed. In the rich and vast tapestry of Islamic civilization, the pursuit of ilm knowledge has never been confined to a single discipline. The great scholars of the Islamic Golden Age were often polymaths, men who excelled in jurisprudence, theology, and philosophy, but also in the empirical sciences of mathematics, medicine, and astronomy. For these masters, the study of the physical world was not a secular endeavor, but a profound spiritual journey, a form of worship that led to the knowledge of the Creator through the observation of His creation. Among these luminous figures, few embody this synthesis of science and spirituality as perfectly as Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi. May Allah be pleased with him. Al-Sufi, who lived from 903 to 986 CE, was a towering figure in the history of astronomy. His magnum opus, Kitab Suwar al-Kawakib al-Thabita, the Book of Fixed Stars, stands as one of the most important works of observational astronomy ever produced. It was a painstaking and meticulous correction and update of the work of the ancient Greek astronomer Ptolemy, and it would serve as the standard reference for astronomers in both the Islamic world and Europe for centuries to come. But to view al-Sufi as merely a scientist is to miss the most profound dimension of his work. His very name, al-Sufi, is a powerful testament to his spiritual inclination. For him, the study of the stars was not just a scientific exercise, but a form of spiritual contemplation, a direct path to the knowledge of the divine names and attributes. Our discourse today will be a comprehensive, structural, and exhaustive scholarly exploration of the life, work, and spiritual vision of Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi. May Allah be pleased with him. We will argue that his astronomical contributions were a profound expression of a Sufi worldview, where the cosmos is a book of divine signs, ayat, and the meticulous observation of the stars is a form of spiritual discipline, a way of purifying the soul, tazkiyah al-nafs. We will delve into his life as a scholar and a courtier, the structural genius of his book, and the profound theological and philosophical connections he drew between the celestial spheres and the divine names. This is not just a lecture on an ancient astronomer. It is a profound journey into the heart of a mystic whose gaze was fixed on the heavens, but whose heart was fixed on awe. Part 1. The Scholar and His Context. A spiritual view of the cosmos. To properly understand the monumental contributions of Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi, may Allah be pleased with him, one must first place him within the intellectual and spiritual context of the Islamic Golden Age. He lived in a time of unprecedented scientific and intellectual flourishing, a time when the classical works of Greece and Rome were being translated, commented upon, and built upon. He was a master of a number of disciplines, including mathematics, medicine, and astronomy, and he held a prestigious position in the court of the Buyid ruler, Adud al-Dawla, in the city of Isfahan. Relationship with the ruler was not just a professional one, it was a deeply personal one, as he served as the ruler's mentor and advisor, a role that was a testament to his wisdom and his profound understanding of both the exoteric and esoteric sciences. The prevailing philosophical and spiritual climate of his time was a rich and complex one. On one hand, there was a strong rationalist tradition, influenced by the Greek philosophers, which sought to understand the world through reason and logic alone. On the other hand, there was a powerful and burgeoning Sufi tradition, which sought to understand the world through spiritual intuition and divine inspiration. Al-Sufi's work stands as a profound synthesis of these two traditions. He was a man who was deeply committed to the empirical method, to the rigorous and meticulous observation of the physical world. But for him, this empirical observation was not an end in itself. It was a means to a higher end, a path to the knowledge of the divine. The very name al-Sufi is a powerful testament to this synthesis. In his time, the title al-Sufi was not just a name, it was a spiritual designation, a title that was given to those who had dedicated their lives to the spiritual path of Sufism. For al-Sufi, the study of the heavens was a form of spiritual practice, a form of contemplation, muraqabah, that led to the knowledge of awe. The stars were not just random celestial bodies. They were divine signs, ayat, that pointed to the power, the majesty, and the order of the divine. His work, therefore, was not a secular work, but a profound spiritual and theological work, a book that was a living testament to the Sufi principle that the cosmos is a book of signs that points to the Creator. The philosophical and theological underpinnings of his work can be traced back to the Quran itself. The Quran is replete with verses that speak of the signs of all in the heavens and on the earth. Surah al-Fusilat, for example, speaks of all showing his signs in the horizons and in their own selves, so that it becomes clear to them that this is the truth. Al-Sufi. The study of the heavens was a direct response to this divine command. He saw the stars not as a source of divination or astrology, but as a source of divine knowledge, a profound and beautiful manifestation of Allah's power and order. His work, therefore, was a profound and spiritual act of worship, a way of fulfilling the Quranic command to contemplate the signs of Allah in the universe. Part 2. The Book of Fixed Stars. A spiritual and scientific masterpiece. The heart of Abd al-Rahman al-Sufis. May Allah be pleased with him. Contribution is his magnum opus. Kitab Suwar, al-Kawakib al-Thabita, the Book of Fixed Stars. This was a monumental work of observational astronomy, a book that not only corrected and updated the work of Ptolemy, but also provided a new and comprehensive catalog of the stars that was based on his own meticulous observations. The book is a masterpiece of both scientific rigor and spiritual contemplation. The book's purpose was to update and correct the work of Ptolemy, whose Almagest had been the standard astronomical text for centuries. But al-Sufi's work was not just a mere correction, it was a complete overhaul. He provided a new and comprehensive catalog of the stars, with detailed descriptions of their positions, their magnitudes, and their colors. He also provided a new and more accurate set of star charts, which were based on his own meticulous observations. The book is a testament to his patience, his precision, and his humility in the face of the universe. He spent years observing the stars, correcting the errors of his predecessors, and meticulously recording his own observations. His painstaking process was not just a scientific exercise. It was a profound spiritual discipline, a way of purifying the soul through a rigorous commitment to truth. The book is also unique for its use of innovative two-color illustrations. Al-Sufi drew 2 images for each constellation, one showing the stars as they appear on a celestial globe, and one showing them as they appear in the sky. This was a crucial innovation, as it allowed the reader to easily identify the stars in both contexts. The illustrations are a work of art in themselves, a testament to the fact that for al-Sufi, the study of the heavens was not just a scientific endeavor, but a profound and beautiful act of worship. The illustrations are a visual representation of his spiritual vision, a vision that saw the cosmos not as a cold and lifeless machine, but as a living, breathing testament to the divine order and beauty. The book's enduring legacy is a testament to its profound impact on later astronomy. It was a standard reference for astronomers in both the Islamic world and Europe for centuries to come. The book was translated into numerous languages, and its star charts were copied and reproduced in astronomical treatises for centuries. The work of al-Sufi, therefore, became a crucial link between the astronomical traditions of the past and the scientific revolutions of the future. But for al-Sufi, the ultimate purpose of his work was not to advance the cause of science, but to advance the cause of divine knowledge. He saw the stars not as a source of secular knowledge, but as a source of divine light, a profound and beautiful manifestation of Allah's power and order. Part 3. The Divine Names and the Celestial Spheres. The spiritual and theological genius of Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi, may Allah be pleased with him, lies in his profound ability to connect his astronomical observations to the metaphysical and spiritual concepts of Islam. For him, the celestial spheres were not just a physical reality, they were a profound and beautiful manifestation of the divine names and attributes. The study of the heavens was, therefore, a direct path to the knowledge of all, a way of understanding the divine through the contemplation of his creation. He drew a profound connection between the different constellations and planets and the divine names. The sun, for example, which is a source of light and life, could be seen as a manifestation of the divine name, and Nur, the light, and Al-Hay, the ever-living. The moon, which is a source of beauty and tranquility, could be seen as a manifestation of the divine name. Al-Jamil, the beautiful, and Az-Alam, the source of peace. The stars, which are a source of guidance for the travelers on the earth, could be seen as a manifestation of the divine name al-Hadi, the guide. This profound connection between the celestial spheres and the divine names was not a new idea. It was a concept that was deeply rooted in the Sufi tradition. The Sufis believed that the cosmos is a living, breathing testament to the divine names and attributes, and that the study of the cosmos is a direct path to the knowledge of Allah. But al-Sufi was the first to ground this spiritual intuition in a rigorous and systematic scientific methodology. He used his meticulous astronomical observations to demonstrate that the divine names were not just abstract theological concepts, but were a living, breathing reality that was manifested in the very fabric of the universe. Al-Sufi's work also provides a profound insight into the Sufi concept of the human being as a microcosm of the universe. The Sufis believe that the human being created in the image of Allah is a microcosm that contains all the divine names and attributes. The study of the cosmos, therefore, was a direct path to the knowledge of the self. By contemplating the stars, al-Sufi was not just studying the external universe, he was also contemplating the internal universe of his own heart. The order, the beauty, and the majesty of the heavens were a mirror that reflected the order, the beauty, and the majesty of his own soul. The study of the cosmos was, therefore, a form of spiritual self-discovery, a way of realizing the divine potential that was latent in his own being. Part 4. The Legacy. Bridging Science, Mysticism, and the Universe. The legacy of Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi, may Allah be pleased with him, is a living, breathing testament to the power of a spiritual vision that is grounded in both scientific rigor and mystical contemplation. His work had a profound and lasting impact on the history of astronomy, both in the Islamic world and in Europe. His book Kitab Suwar, al-Kawakib, al-Thabita, was a standard reference for centuries, and its star charts and catalogs were used by astronomers to map the heavens for centuries to come. His work was translated into numerous languages, including Latin and Spanish, and it played a crucial role in the development of European astronomy. But his most profound and enduring legacy is his ability to bridge the gap between science and mysticism. In an era when these two disciplines were often seen as being in conflict, al-Sufi's work proved that they were not in conflict, but were two sides of the same coin, two paths that led to the same ultimate reality. He proved that the study of science could lead one closer to Allah, that the rigorous and meticulous observation of the physical world could be a profound spiritual practice, a way of fulfilling the Quranic command to contemplate the signs of Allah in the universe. Al-Sufi's work became a model for the integration of scientific inquiry with spiritual contemplation. He taught us that the pursuit of ilm knowledge is a sacred endeavor, a form of worship that is dedicated to the knowledge of Allah. He taught us that the cosmos is not a cold and lifeless machine, but a living, breathing testament to the divine order and beauty, a book of signs that points to the Creator. He taught us that the study of the heavens is not just an intellectual exercise, but a profound and spiritual act of self-discovery, a way of realizing the divine potential that is latent in our own being. In conclusion, Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi, may Allah be pleased with him, was not just an astronomer. He was a mystic of the universe, a man who saw the divine in the stars, the planets, and the celestial spheres. His work, Kitab Suwar, al-Kawakib, is not just a scientific masterpiece, but a profound spiritual and theological work, a book that is a living testament to the Sufi principle that the cosmos is a book of signs that points to the Creator. He was a man who, through his rigorous scientific work, provided a profound spiritual path to the knowledge of all. His legacy is a living spiritual tradition that continues to inspire and challenge us to this day. Thank you for joining us on this intellectual and spiritual journey. Please subscribe to our channel to continue our exploration of the rich and profound essence of Sufism.